So on behalf of the Bank of England and the IAIS Executive Committee, welcome to Old Windsor in the United Kingdom and to the 10th Annual IAIS Global Seminar. Happy birthday, IAIS Global Seminar. Today I'm wearing two hats, one of the host representative and one of the chair of the IAIS Executive Committee. First, with my first hat on, as the host representative, I will begin by thanking the IAIS for the opportunity for the UK to host the global seminar and to you all for joining us here in Berkshire. For over 100 years, Beaumont, this estate where we all currently are, was a Catholic boarding school, and many important figures from across the world have been educated here. So, from Europe, a number of members of the Spanish royal family, including Royal Prince Luis Fernando de Orleans-Bourbon. From Russia, for reasons that I haven't yet understood, because obviously the Russian royal family is Orthodox rather than Catholic. Anyway, Prince Michael Obolensky of Russia, grandson of Tsar Alexander, was educated here. And then also these Europeans were taught by an Austrian, very important monarchist intellectual, Erich von Kuhnel-Leddihn. From South America, Argentine doctor, biochemist, and Nobel Prize winner, Luis Federico Leloir. And from North America, the modern American conservative, William Buckley Jr., who paved the way intellectually for the presidential candidacies of Barry Goldwater and Ronald Reagan. And in earlier years, it was home, this building, to the first Governor General of India, Warren Hastings. So this place has seen many people from many continents over many years, and I think it is appropriate to host a truly global meeting of minds. Now, having been to the global seminar for several years now and seen the hard work of other hosts, I'm grateful for the opportunity to organize and put on this key IAIS event. And given that most of the work has not really been done by me, but by the events team at the Bank of England and also by my private secretary, Matt Jones, I'm especially appreciative to them working with the IAIS staff, and particularly Lance, for hosting this event. All the work is theirs. Now, with my other hat on, speaking as the chair of the IAIS Executive Committee, I also want to welcome you and stress the critical role the Global Seminar plays in the work we all do. It seems that you agree, nearly 300 people have registered for the event this time, and that's more than a 20% increase over last year. Now, you might ask yourself why we need a global seminar. As I said, this is our 10th anniversary. Why do we need it? We always had the annual conference very soon after the IAIS was born in 1994. Why do we need this event? And I think that's a good question, actually. But I think there are at least two reasons. First of all, the IAIS mission has steadily evolved since our founding in 1994. It was primarily founded as a forum for supervisors to exchange views and information. Then it developed as a standard-setting body with the development of the ICPs. And thereafter, and currently, it has increased its relevance to the global to the global insurance market and the financial markets in general through the work that it's been doing on setting standards for the safety and soundness and policyholder protection for the global, most internationally active insurance groups in the world. So the mission has evolved, and therefore we need to have a parallel evolution to match that, which means greater stakeholder engagement. And that is why we need another event during the year other than the annual conference to be able to engage with our stakeholders. So a second reason we have the global seminar is that, unlike with the annual conference, this gives us an opportunity to have a dialogue, a direct dialogue between members of the executive committee and all the stakeholders. And we're going to be having, this is a new development, the direct dialogue, a relatively new development. We've trialed it last year. We need to, actually started in Macau 2 years ago, and last year in Budapest. This is the third year, and we want to improve every year, and therefore your feedback on how well we do that will be very important. We have set aside a couple of hours this afternoon for this dialogue, and I really hope for a very good discussion and a productive and open discussion. Now, in terms of what the Global Seminar represents, it represents a commitment to each of you, our members, very importantly, but the public as well, through our commitment to public engagement and transparency in the work we do. International standard setting organizations have been criticized recently by certain bodies about lack of engagement and transparency. I think the IAIS has, and some stakeholders have admitted that publicly, is generally ahead of the game on transparency and engagement, but we can always do more. And I'd be grateful for feedback on this. But this event is very much a crucial cornerstone, annual cornerstone to engage with all of our members and all our stakeholders to show how transparent and engaged we are through our actions, not only our words. Second, the Global Seminar represents our investment in standard setting leadership and thought leadership more generally. We aspire, and I think we are, the go-to organization for informed decision-making on global insurance matters. Having just one annual event doesn't give us enough space to do this, and you're going to hear throughout the day a number of projects that I think demonstrate our thought leadership, and we had a very productive executive committee meeting yesterday where we made further progress on that front. Finally, what do we accomplish? One, through the Global Seminar, we grow in mutual understanding and appreciation of the respective roles and perspectives of IAIS members and stakeholders. Two, as I said earlier, I've always been a big fan of transparency throughout my career as a central banker. I joined the central bank when central banking was quite opaque in monetary policy settings. So throughout my career, I have been involved in initiatives to increase transparency. And now, in my IAIS role, I really believe very much on the role of greater transparency. So that's what we need to accomplish, greater transparency. Three, as a result of the first two, the IAIS can continue to craft effective standards with practical application that is rooted in mutual cooperation and collaboration. After all, as I've said repeatedly actually, the IAIS is a standard-setting body. We are not a legislator. We are not a treaty-based organization. Our standards are only relevant if they represent the cooperative, consensual efforts of our members, but also they're strong and they make the industry go forward. But after we have developed and published the standards with sufficient consultation, big transparency, and they're agreed with our members, it is the prerogative of the appropriate sovereign authorities to implement or not implement them. We will assess implementation, as we currently do for the core principles, through our peer reviews. But this is to increase transparency and nothing else. Now, I'm going to ask Yoshi to talk about the program today and to welcome you as Secretary General. Yoshi.
So good morning, everybody, my colleagues, friends, members, stakeholders. So this is a very important event, and as Vicky mentioned, I did not know that this is a historical location. So I understand Catholic boarding school, old Catholic boarding school. The world leaders and also intellectuals studied here. So it's really the best location in the world to organize this global seminar. And I know that many of you fly long way to come here, but it is worthwhile to come. This seminar, as Vicky mentioned, is very unique. It's not only because we chose the topics very carefully, but also it's unique because it's very, very timely. Timely means that last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, our members had very intensive discussion, debate about our core issues. And for next 2 days, we are going to, as Vicky mentioned, we are communicate what we are doing now directly to you, all our important stakeholders, members. So therefore, this is very unique because it's so timely and communicate directly with you. And also there's plenty of opportunities to dialogue. So if you have questions, please ask us, please our members. And in addition, this is unique because we chose the very best speakers. As you can see in the program, all the panelists are people who develop our standards and people who implement or encourage to implement our standards. So our key peoples of the association is here. And there's plenty of opportunities, not only official dialogue here, but coffee break and so on. We really are ready to talk with you and understand each other. So if you have any question, just please ask us, and we are ready to talk with you. So just introduction of this today's and tomorrow's program, we cover all the key issues. As you know, first of all, ICS, COMFRAME, ICPs, our key standard issues we cover this morning. And then we turn to our systemic risk issue, ABA, activity-based approach. I often receive comments or questions, ABA is a replacement or complement? So this type of issue we are going to debate this afternoon. And then, of course, this is a unique opportunity to dialogue with our board, executive committee members, and you stakeholders. So this afternoon, we allocate sufficient time dialogue between our EXCO members and you. And of course, whoever who don't sit here, please ask question Q&A session. So we allocate much more time than previous years. And tomorrow we cover implementation issue, another our key activities. Standards does not make sense or any impact without implementation, without taking effect in each country. So how do we do that? Particularly for the support of our emerging market, we cover implementation issue at the beginning of tomorrow's session. And then it will turn to IFRS 17. As all of us know that recently IFRS 17 is adopted, it will be a huge impact on our work and around the insurance industry. And also market conduct issue, we cannot emphasize sufficiently how important market conduct issue. And we cover this issue tomorrow. And last two panels, naturally, fintech, digital economy issue. If we do not cover this issue, we cannot hold this type of meeting. Now it's so topical, and we invite excellent speakers in this panel. And in the end, sustainable insurance, climate change. Again, it's key mandate of G20, and we work closely with FSB, and this panel we discuss this issue. So in short, we cover all the key issues of, and topical issues of insurance regulation-related issues tomorrow and today and tomorrow. And I repeat, this is an excellent, timely occasion, so we should dialogue, we talk each other and understand each other, and we really appreciate your comments, feedback. That's the reason that we hold this seminar here. Few administrative remarks. So this conference all videotaped. So be mindful, whatever you say, you will be taped and it will be on the web. So that's just one issue that I should, emphasize at the beginning. And also, we do not circulate program paper, but if you are interested in, all the program is on our website. So please visit on our website, and speakers' bio and so on is all on our website. So I stop here, and I just invite first panelists. Could you come to the floor? So my role is to introduce our panel chair or chair moderator, but just few words. Without ICS version 1 or without ICS ComFrame ICP discussion, this conference cannot take place. So this is the first panel and a very important panel, and it's led by the person to lead this panel, Elise. So Elise Liepers is chairing our Financial Stability and Technical Committee, and she is exemplary chair, or as our members know. She's very calm, but she's very persuasive, and she's very, very patient. So that's extremely important attribute to lead our discussion. And also, of course, she makes things happen. She makes version 1 happens, and hopefully we will make a lot of good things happen. So Elise, and of course the panelist is excellent panelist, so Elise, please let us know what to make happen. Thanks.